Lemker, and this is my music ancestry project. So I have a history that is a little bit unknown. Neither of my parents knew where we are from, and neither did my grandparents. I did try to do some research, but the farthest back that I was able to go is actually my great-grandparents. And from them, I was able to figure out that since then, everybody was born and grew up in Missouri until we moved to Illinois and then eventually to Minnesota. My dad was actually adopted, and he never knew his biological parents or their origin as well. However, through this process, I did figure out that my last name was German, Lemker. That does come from my dad's adoptive side. However, my mother's side as well, Hildebrand, that is also German. So because of that, I chose to pursue German music. The genre I chose was German folk music. There are many different styles of German folk music due to their former separation in Germany. For this reason, folk music has many different meanings for each region. Often, it is seen as a symbol of pride and nationality and has been used as a tool for propaganda. The style of music contains both political and religious influences, and in fact, in the 1960s, it was used to protest what the government was doing and started being about more realistic topics, such as talking about joy or fear. The type of German folk music that I've chosen is Bavarian folk music. This is a little different from the original music from the early 19th century. It reached popularity in the late 1800s, early 1900s, so between about 1880 and 1920s. Bavarian music is mostly humorous, happy, and optimistic, and often associated with yodeling. It is usually performed as a duet and ensemble and was for safeguarding tradition. So here is a little example. So I'm going to go through the Titans element of musical performance. So for the effective experience, for me, it did make me happy, and I thought it was a very upbeat and fun song to listen to, which is the point of this music. It's meant to be happy and make people feel good. For the performance, the music was performed by a group of 3 men in a pub late at night, close to midnight. It was kind of hard to see the 3 men, but there were actually 2 people playing an accordion and 1 man playing what to me seemed like a saw. Some of the common instruments in folk music include the accordion, dobro, banjo, violin, guitar, mandolin, and more. But the saw is not common, so it's kind of interesting to see them use non-traditional instruments like that. The community at the time of the video was back in actually 1995, and the community back then included just the people that were in the club and the performers. However, since it was posted online, it's been able to reach people all around the world. For the memory and history, kind of similar, the music in the video is an example of the Bavarian folk music performed in the pub. Because it was recorded, it's able to be enjoyed for a long time now. So for a comparison, the genre of music that I normally listen to is country. I believe these 2 types of music are pretty different. I found that folk music is generally faster, more beat than the style of country that I listen to. In addition, the style of singing is different, as folk music often contains yodeling. Some people may actually see country as yodeling as well, but I disagree with that. However, there are a few instruments that are in both styles of music. For example, the acoustic guitar, violin may both be heard in folk music and the style of country that I enjoy. And these are my resources.